What's happening, people? United Essentially back again with another video. We're in the sunshine.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Manchester doesn't get this often, but, you know, we're enjoying it while we're laughing.
We're having it.
And on to my right, obviously, I'll introduce you guys as they come. Aaron, what's happening, bro?
All good, man. All good.
VIP
So great.
Dream and OT, man.
Yeah, man, what's
man.
happening, bro?
So yesterday, Flex and Mark played against other people and two United legends, West Brown and Jason Park. They played on the actual pitch at Old Trafford. I was there with Adam. We watched the game. It was
No pitch invasion.
No, it was an amazing experience, man. Listen, we weren't allowed, but I managed to get on the actual pitch even though I wasn't playing.
That photo, Rubo. We've seen you.
We've seen it.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, on TV you think, oh, it's big, it's all right, but when you go on the actual pitch and you stand on the centre circle, bro, it's massive.
You see where Ashley Young makes his runs?
His successful runs or the missed ones?
I think you know what it is, the unsuccessful runs.
Yeah, the unsuccessful ones.
Season's gone. United have finished 6th.
Thank you.
Rachel's.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me that.
Do you know what I mean, Aaron? We finished 6th, man. Absolute
Horrible.
disgrace. Cardiff.
Horrible season,
That
man.
end of the season game was an absolute joke. There was a guy in front of me playing Candy Crush. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you, bro. He was playing Candy Crush, yeah? And that was more exciting than the actual game.
Do you know what it is, yeah? Never in my life have I been to a game and fallen asleep. But the Cardiff game, that was the first time.
You got it.
First time, I was literally like battling sleep. It was so boring, man.
And then Nuradeen stays at the end
Clapping.
and sees them all clapping.
Yo, I had to clap Herrera and Valencia, man.
But after he left Huddersfield down the tunnel.
Yo, it don't matter, man. I've got to give it them. I've got to give Herrera what a legend for Man United for me personally. In the last 6 years, 5 to 6 years, there's one player that I can count on, and he was one of those. And I was deeply hurt. I was quite emotional actually, with him and with his kid and that there. So and Uncle Tony as well. You know, I'm the old guy in this group, innit? You know, in the group, in the band, the bandmates here, they're a bit younger than me, so I'm the old guy here. And I remember Tony at his peak, mate. Tony at his peak. Yeah. Tony was a warrior then, and then all of a sudden, one season he came back, he had the shape of a middleweight champion, man. You know what I mean?
He changed his foundation on his face and that. Did you see it? He's almost changed his whole face. I don't know what it is like. But I don't know, man. But
clout chasing in Colombia, mate. That's what
it is. You know what I mean? Johnny the Narcos and them kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? It's mad, but season player ratings, guys. This is the video all about season player ratings. It's not going to be a high season player ratings. I'm not going to tell you. But we all got to start with David De Gea. Disappointing season, really. Hey?
5 for me.
5.
5 for David De Gea.
People argue towards the end of the season should get lower. Would you reckon 5?
No, 5 because don't forget that Tottenham game, man.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of the games that he saved us, man.
What about you, David De Gea?
Same, 5 as well. He saved us a lot this season, but towards the end, you know, those mistakes didn't do him well, man. It did. You can see his head was gone. His head wasn't in the game, or in the games, should I say? So yeah, 5. Another goal.
Romero, sorry, yeah, Romero.
Oh, I didn't see much of him this season, you know, so I can't really. 4 then, 4, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.
I'm gonna give him a 4 because at the Wolves game,
yeah, boy,
I didn't. You know what? Easy shots went past him, man.
Do you know what?
I got to agree with you. You know what? So that was the thing. I was like, if David De Gea left, could he stand in for us? And that game for me, it kind of proved that he's not really. That's why I know other clubs bidding for him or try to get him out to play first team, man. So,
and actually, I've got a poor goalkeeping there. You know what I mean? System anyway. So, we're gonna go to right backs.
Your guy, mate. Come on, give it us. Give it us. You tell us.
Ashley Young, mate. I'm gonna give him you know what? I'm gonna give him a 1.
Yo.
What a dreadful season. Absolutely dreadful. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, people got gassed, you know, in January when he had a couple of assists and he scored that wonder goal. Everyone got gassed.
Yeah, but to be fair to him, he tries his hardest, but his hardest is not good enough.
It's not good enough.
So for effort, we cannot kind of discount that effort. The effort he puts in, but the quality is truly lacking, and his legs are gone. His legs are gone, his head's gone, his arms are gone, everything's gone, mate.
Just gone.
He's gone, mate. He's having a mare.
What are you giving him?
For effort, you know what? It's the end of the season because there were some games where they give it. I'm going to give him an absolutely generous 3.
Wow.
Because just for the effort. Because I know he's trying. I know, and it's not personal, but the quality is just. And we also have to blame the people who are putting him on the pitch, guys, because he's not putting himself on the pitch, is he?
Exactly. What are you giving? Oh well, Ashley Young. What do you think?
1. It's been an absolute disgrace of a season for Ashley Young. He's been poor every single game. I'm sorry. The amount of times I hated to see him on that right-hand side, not doing anything productive. It was just heartbreaking to see. So 1, man. And I'm not trying to see him at the start of next season, man. If in the first game of pre-season we start Ashley Young, something's wrong.
Dallo.
You know what? He's been a fresher breath there, to be honest with you. I've really considerably enjoyed it.
I'm really concerned by his lack of defensive capabilities.
Yeah, but then also at the end he's run out of gas. You know what I mean? Because he had
run out of gas. Is that he played?
No, to be fair, he has, because he's mental as well. You don't understand when you're 19 years old, man, and you come to a club that's in bits, that's going through turmoil.
Yeah. That drains you, doesn't it?
Yeah, he drains you. He's just draining us. Imagine being part of that squad. Imagine being part of that squad. I'm gonna give him a generous 7, you know, because offensively. He gave me a bit, and then that night, without him, there'll be no night in Paris, mate. That one night in Paris.
You know what?
There'll be no one night in Paris without
I
him.
I don't know about 7. I'll give him a 6 for me. I've seen good attacking play, but for me, defensively, I've seen side to him where he always he's stepping back, he steps back. You know, when someone's going at him, he steps back, he doesn't put a foot in. I don't know, but defensively, he's going to work on it. He's 19 years old. Yeah. So I'm going to give him a 6, yeah.
I'll give him a 6 as well for the night in Paris. And not just the night in Paris. He did have a lot of good performances, decent performances, and I think this season he was the only player that managed to put in decent crosses.
Yeah, real talk.
He was the only one.
That's what I'm talking about. So I'm saying that if we had guys who can finish, he would have had loads more assists.
The first cross that comes to my mind now is the Wolves game. When just after Scott scored, or before Scott scored, he put that cross was wicked. Lukaku, all he had to do was choose a corner and he would have scored. Do you know what I'm saying? So Dallo at our club this season, his crosses were the best. So yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Centre backs.
Sorry, man.
We're gonna go for the better players first. Lindelof.
It's hard to judge him really, because he's had a bit of the bit where, to be fair, through Jose, he was the only one that was looking all right in our defence. Yeah. But then Matic was hugging him, like literally. It's like handcuffed next to him, wasn't he? Exactly. So can we really say? But when Oli came in, he was exposed a little bit more because the team was pressing and a bit more pace, and I see a bit more pace about him. But when a downturn happened, like the team, he just went downhill, man. Yeah. So I'm going to give him a 6.
I think that's a bit harsh for me. I think he's been one of our best defenders this season. He's looked, especially for me, the Juventus game, for me, he looked a stalwart, man, you know what I'm saying? I think he's carried us, man.
Fair, yeah, you know what, that game he was. It's not easy. It's not easy to match Ronaldo. And Ronaldo had to score a wonder goal.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a 7, me. I think he's been brilliant this season.
I'll give him a 7 as well. To me, he's been our best player this season. I know it's a bit weird to say that because, you know, it should be someone else, but I'll give him a 7 because he's put in some really, really solid performances. And to me, he's been one of the most consistent players this season. So yeah.
Pile up ahead, Chris Smalling.
When Oli came, he got gassed, didn't he? Everybody started talking about him then, innit? And saying Mike Smalling, Mike Smalling. But you know what? Like you said, you know what? Form is temporary, class is permanent. And the reason him and the other donkey next to him, there's usually, how they got away with that is that they are miracle workers, those guys. He literally stole a living from anyone for the past decade, man. It's an absolute joke. Borrow the phrase. It's an absolute joke. So for me, he gets a 4, mate.
Yeah, I'm with him a 4 as well. It's not good enough. It's not United quality, man.
No. Third I'll give him Smalling.
Smalling, yeah.
Smalling 3. You know what Nuradeen was saying on, what was it, the player ratings after the Cardiff game? We've got centre-backs that can't pass a football, bro. You're a professional footballer. You get paid, I don't know how, is it 100 plus K a week?
Yeah.
100 plus K a week, and you can't pass a football for 10 yards, bro. It's free, I'm sorry.
It's madness. The other donkey, Jones.
Stan and Ollie, mate, we should have said both of them. You should count them as 1, mate. I'm telling you.
You
know what? 1 rating for them. He doesn't even know how to fall properly, man. Nobody's ever taught him. I want to know where he grew up, man. I want to know where that kid grew up because he can't even fall. This is not personal to him. I'm just looking at him and think, how have you stole? He stole a bigger living, the biggest living in the history of professional football, that guy. He stole an absolute living, that guy. When he came from Blackburn, he marked Drogba once when he played for Blackburn. And then everybody got gassed. And even Fergie jumped on the bandwagon saying, this guy,
Duncan Edwards.
You know what? The new Duncan Edwards. Duncan Edwards turning his grave, mate. That guy is an absolute joke. And I'm promising now, if he was from another country or a different skin colour, that guy would have been gone at Man United a season and a half.
Facts. I'm going to give him a... what are you giving him?
2.
I'll give him a 2 as well.
Yep, same. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Phil Jones, man. You lot see the memes, innit? Like, the memes say all about this guy. Horrible footballer, horrible positioning, horrible way of thinking as well. Like, on the pitch, his intelligence is not there. 2, man. Come on.
Bailly, I love him. You know, one thing I would say about Bailly, I'm one of his biggest fans because he's 100% committed. But sometimes he's too much, 200% committed. And his body just does funny things. And the thing about to me, you know what I'm going to judge him on? Before, in the United talk, in the United stand, you were talking about partnerships, centre of partnerships. And one of the best partnerships that took us to the final of the Europa League was Rojo and Bailly. Because to me, if you're bringing Bailly to play 2 games and taking him out for another 6, he's going to come back like a madman. If you play him 9, 10 to 18 games, you're going to get consistency of a warrior out of him. And I'm wishing that if Koulibaly was to come, those 2 at the back will be murder, she wrote. So I'm giving him a 6 because we've not seen him. The other Muppet manager never played him. But when he's there, he's another guy you could say literally gives everything, but sometimes he wants to just knock people's heads off.
What are you giving him?
I'll give him a 6 as well. He's been unfortunate with his injuries, and I would have loved to see more of him this season. But what I am going to say is, whenever he was injured and came back, he was always one of our best players on the pitch. He came back against Chelsea. I think his passing completion was one of the highest. Like, the way he receives the ball, the way he comes out with the ball, picks up players and passes the ball, no one does that. Apart from Lindelof, maybe. He does the same as well. But apart from these 2, listen, I don't see anyone else doing that. So Bailly, I'll give him a 6. I really hope, like, with all my heart, that he stays, because, like Nuradeen said, if Koulibaly comes and these 2 play, bro, that's going to be a madness.
Rojo.
You know what? I love him, Argentina. I've got, you know what? That guy really leaves. A little bit of my heart is going to break because I just love singing Argentina, whining those Muppet England fans for all the different division Muppets come here. England, England, England. I just love singing that song at the Stretford end. But what I love about him is that he's like a narco hitman, mate. He takes people out like nobody's business. But unfortunately, the injuries and the fact that he's just becoming like another Jones in terms of just getting injured bare time, then he's in Argentina and all that. So I think it's time to clear that wages and give it somebody young, one of the youngsters a chance even. You know what I mean?
Damian.
I'm giving him
Rojo.
That's what I'm giving him. I'm giving him, you know what, because I love him. That's just me being biased, a 5.
Yeah. What do you go for?
I'll give him a 4, man. I haven't seen enough of him as well this season, and when he's played, I mean, you can be aggressive. There's nothing wrong with that. But, bro, come on, man. You remember the game against Chelsea? He came on, not even a minute late. He did that 2-footed tackle on Willian, bro.
That was a red card, man.
That was a rare. Because I didn't see it from where I was sat. Because I was sat in the East Stand. But then I watched it again on TV. I watched the replay. Bro, that was a straight red. Madness. Straight red. So, yeah, 4.
Damian.
Damian, you know what, consummate professional, eating because he's not going to get that type of contract and wages from any other club. So my guy sits pretty, eats that piece of an ice cream, mate, you know what I mean? Loves that, just hitting that bench.
Sometimes I think it's so unbothered, it's like he's saving up for a villa in Italy or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yo, that man is looking after the whole gang, mate, the whole family, mate, where the whole area where he's from, mate. One thing I would say about him, though, he's a consummate professional, man. Turns up in training, turns up. You know what, when United needed him, he does a job. He's not a guy who will let you down. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And to be fair, one-on-one, he's one of the best defenders we've got. Yeah. One-on-one. I've not seen anybody tear him apart, to be honest.
Damian.
What'd you give him?
I'm going to give him a 5. Because I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing him that often. But when he's played, he's not let us down.
I think I'll give him the same 5 as well. Obviously, my man's been stacking up his money, eating his pasta carbonara. You know what I'm saying?
Give us some of that pasta, man. Share it out, man.
He's been enjoying life, man. You know what I'm saying? But whenever we needed him, he was there, innit? and he put in a solid performance. So I'll give him a 5.
Mr. Luke Shaw, the controversial Luke Shaw. Not in the England squad, by the way.
Yo, he's all good. He's injured, isn't he? Player of the month, player of the year, wasn't he? He won 3 player of the month.
We should have scrapped that, man. No one deserves player of the year.
No, listen, yeah, you might be right. But to be fair to him, did you see the clip? He looked embarrassed, man. He looked embarrassed, man. To be fair to him, he was hurting. I don't know if he's I don't think he's acting for the cameras, but he was hurting, man. He was so disappointed, and he was like, I don't want to win this. You know what I mean? He was like, I don't want to win this because we've had a disastrous season. So I hope that he comes back with that talk next season, and I hope that he stays. To me, I think the reason why he got it from the other player, because he stayed fit. He stayed fit. He stayed fit. That's the reason why he got it. But we need some competition for him, 100%. Because if he was to get injured, Ashley Young's going to play. Even if we buy a right back now, Ashley Young. That's why I'm saying, why can't we get Mounier and Wan-Bissaka? Because one of them will play left back, mate, all day. Right?
Yeah.
I'm giving him. What are you giving him? I'm giving him a 6.
6, yeah. Sounds about right.
I'm giving him a 4. People already know me and Luke Shaw, man. We don't get along. We don't get along because the guy, the way he's playing, all these passes inside, he might as well be a centre-back.
Real talk.
On my channel, I did a review after the Huddersfield game where I said, the Huddersfield game, I had a Shaw cam. I watched Luke Shaw closely. I had a piece of paper and I wrote a couple of stats on it. Passes forward, passes sideways, passes backwards, and I can't remember what the other thing was. Believe it or not, the guy had more passes backwards and sideways than forwards, and that tells you everything you need to know about him. The guy, I literally think, you know, when people said, oh, he's scared to go forward, I literally start to believe that he's scared to bum forward. He doesn't go forward, he doesn't bum forward. And when he does, we get goals. Exactly. Crystal Palace, he bombed forward because he had no other choice. Ran forward, gave it to.
It's mad how you can only think of one time he's run forward.
Another game. Chelsea, Wolves. Those are the games that I've got. Arsenal as well. When he overlaps, we get goals.
Brilliant, yeah.
It's a fact. So he needs to do that more. But because he doesn't do it, we don't get many goals.
Exactly.
People say...
I agree. You know what? I agree totally. He's got to make more runs and be a more danger. Because the thing about it, he's good enough. That's the crazy thing. He's good enough.
I've been saying it. Luke, I'm not saying Luke Shaw is shit. He's not. He's good.
Good enough, yeah.
He's good because he's shown that when he overlaps, we get goals. And it's a fact. So he needs to do that more, man. And this whole thing of him not being able to cross, it's a fact as well. But because his cross completion is worse than Valencia's, bro.
But one thing I would say about him, though, I think for what Jose did to him, how he constantly publicly embarrassed him.
I totally agree.
Affects you psychologically.
100%.
You know what?
It's how long you go after that.
You know what? And to me, it's a new start now. Let's see how fitness is. If he's still eating burgers, you know what I mean? And it's been... But it's just that that's his body type. But he's quick enough. For me, under Van Gaal, he was the best player. He was absolutely by miles the best player before he got broken his leg. But I don't want to harp up to that. But I think Jose dented him. And I just want to see a bit more fresher air to go and do what he does forward. And I agree with you. I want us to go and get that Leicester left back, mate. Competition for get competition for him, mate.
That, I put out a tweet on Twitter just before we wrap up about Luke Shaw. I put out on Twitter that I personally think, that's my opinion, that Luke Shaw doesn't start for any of the top 10 teams. Exactly. He doesn't start for City, doesn't start for Liverpool, doesn't start for Arsenal, doesn't start for Chelsea, Tottenham.
No, he might start for Arsenal. Come on now.
Kolasinac? Maybe. Arsenal, maybe. Tottenham? No. Leicester? No. Who else? Watford? Holebas? No. Everton? Digne? No. So that tells you everything you need to know. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the fact that he hasn't even been called up for England tells you everything you need to know as well. So I'll give him 4. Yeah, like I said. Yeah.
I'm going to quickly run through them, so I'll give you one, yeah? Midfield, I'm going to go for Fred for you.
5. I haven't seen enough of him, but I hope he's going to be there next season.
Yeah, that's what I hope as well. I could give it more consistency and also, just more game time. Pogba.
Pogba, I'm going to give him a 7 because I think he's still our best player, regardless how these peak MAGA guys coming out and giving him stick. I think when he's on fire, it's nobody better.
What do you make of the abuse he was getting?
You know what? I actually like the fact that he stood up and he was counted. He didn't run down the tunnel. He showed that he's a man, got his chest out. You know what I mean? That my guy there shouting at him, those boys, you know, that's 40, 50-year-old man shouting at him. It's a bit embarrassing. But he took it, to be fair. He took it, and he spoke to the guy. So, yeah, I'll give it him. But 7, he's our best player, man.
Best player of the season. Matic. Mr. Lamppost.
Free, man. Come on. Bro, the guy is so slow, man. He's so slow. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know what to do with this guy, man. We should just get rid of him. If he stays next season, bro, that would...
You know what, man?
I'll be shocked.
I'll be shocked as well, man. I feel like that's one of the players Solskjaer has been mostly aggrieved with, and it's feel like these won't be here next season because he's not done any favours for him.
Yo, Ghana's ready, mate. Ghana is tenacious. Yeah. Give us everything. Ghana is ready. He's ready.
Ghana's been ready, bro.
Herrera.
I'm gutted, man.
The boy's leaving.
He's left, man, but I wish him well. He was an absolute consummate professional at Man United. I loved his passion. I love what, you know what I mean? He was like one of us playing in that pit. Even though his quality, to be fair, one thing I would always regret, why didn't he come in like 9th, you know what I mean? Why didn't he come in 2005, 2004 at that time? Because he would have stood out like in a settled team like that. He would have been one of the warriors for us, man. But he came at the wrong time, man. Wrong time. But I wish him luck. You know what? A 7, man. Because every time in the big games on the one Ollie, you know, that 2.5 months where we went everywhere on batter teams, he was the standout guy, mate.
Highlight of our season. Yeah, 7. Who else is in the midfield there? Pereira.
5. We've seen quite a lot from him. He got goal of the season as well, yeah, but I'll still give him a 5 because a guy of his level can't lose the ball too much like he does, man. The first game that comes in mind is the Reading game, bro. The Reading game, the amount of times this guy lost the ball was bro, it was oof. That game, it really annoyed me, man, because I love the guy and I want him to do well. But luckily for him, they triggered that 1-year extension, so let's hope for him that he does well. Otherwise, he'll be gone.
McTominay.
You know what? I've got to give it him. For a long time, I was like, what did we see in this? And you know what? Of all the young players in years and years, I criticised him a little bit because mainly maybe to have a dig at Jose than anybody else, you know what I mean? Yeah. But to be fair to the kid, I think, you know what? He ain't got that much quality, but he gives it. And you know what? He gives his all, and we got to respect that.
And do you know why? Because he knows he's limited, so he does what he knows, and that's what I like about him.
Yeah. What are you giving him?
Giving him a 7, you know.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Mata.
5. Not seen him enough. Played out of position.
It's crazy how he's always on the right hand side.
Bro, he's not a winger, man. He doesn't have pace. So I don't know why Ollie and the other guy kept playing him on that right wing. So yeah, 5.
Amount of times he's come in this building, I've directly asked him that question and said, he's like,
why do you tell him to play that?
Because he said the managers always ask me and I want to play, so I have to play wherever they put me. So
shout out to home, by the way.
Yo, shout out to home. Shout out to Matan and his partner coming here to watch films and stuff. Yeah, he's a nice guy, genuine guy.
He loves the cultural side of Manchester.
Yeah, man. He's a lovely, lovely human being, man. Yeah.
I think that's the midfield. Going to the wingers, Martial.
Well, to be fair, other than where the whole team sank, before that he was one of our best players, I thought. Because even under Jose, when Jose was under pressure, the guy that was bailing him out was Martial. And you know what? And you said it in the United Talk transfer thing. He needs competition because when he had Sanchez playing there, he was coming off the bench and doing bits. Yeah. So I think before the downturn happened with the whole squad and the whole club, he was one of our best because he look at the per minutes, per game, per goals created.
But after that, what happened?
After that, absolute shambles. Even though I'm his biggest supporter, Anthony, fix up, look sharp, rude boy. Come on, let's go.
So what are you giving him?
You know what? Before, if you could ask me before, a 7 he would have got. But seeing the shambles, I'm going to have to take 2 in it. It's going to be a 5.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Rashford. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a similar one. I reckon. It started off all right under Ollie.
Did you give a 5?
Yeah, you give it a 5. Yeah.
I'll give Rashford a 5 as well then, because.
Saying that he's been playing with an injury and he's been getting injections. Yeah. So, Rashford, he's been playing with injections, bro.
And remember what I said in the player ratings? Southgate, don't pick him. What does Southgate do? Picks him.
Yo.
This guy's gonna get. I'm sorry to say this. I'll never wish an injury on anybody, but he's gonna get injured, and we're gonna have one. That's gonna be an injury for us as well, which is gonna force Oli to get another striker on a transfer market. And I hate. It is absolutely annoying, man.
You only got to look at what happened yesterday. Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Pointless game.
Goes to Friendly and he gets injured, and now he's out for a year apparently. A year.
Yeah, because,
so we can't do that again.
Achilles, bro. Achilles, bro.
Achilles, man. Snap. Whoa. Ruptured. Whoa. 1 year.
The same injury as Hudson-Odoi.
Chelsea can't sign players.
I know.
He would have played.
And we need Arsenal to lose in the Champions League final, but yeah. Romelu Lukaku.
My God, what an absolute donkey. What an absolute...
What is his goal tally for the season, by the way? Does anyone know?
I don't think it was up to 13 or maybe 12. I don't know, all competition, maybe 12, 13 I think it's up to.
Wow. Man United, number 9. Our centre forward, 11 goals or 12
Flirting with Italian football.
Get him gone, mate.
Let's go. See you later. Dybala, Juventus want to do a swap. Dybala for Lukaku. I'll bite the hand off, mate.
You know what? I can't agree with you. Sanchez. Oh, sorry, you haven't got a rating.
I get 3.
Oh, 3, yeah. I couldn't agree with that. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Sanchez.
0.
Do you know what?
0.
I see the stat, you know, that guy that played for Cardiff, that scored 2 goals, has scored more goals this season at home than Alexis Sanchez.
Wow.
Crazy. Absolute
Shout
bonkers.
out to that guy, by the way. The guy that scored twice against us, Nathaniel. Is it Nathaniel? Yeah, Nathaniel Mendes-Lang is one of my cousin's boys. They played together at Rochdale for a couple of seasons, so they know each other very well. So yeah, shout out to Mendes.
Shout out to him, man. So how much you give him? A 0?
Yeah, man, 0, bro. The worst signing in our whole history. Worst.
Wow. Elliot on there, Lukaku, 0, he said.
Sanchez 0.
Sanchez, sorry.
Sanchez, you know what?
You can't disagree with that.
I can't. Absolute mercenary. Ever shouted him out, innit? Even when...
Is he the worst mercenary?
He's probably one
for
of
United
the worst signings ever, Man United signings. Yep.
Worse than Varane.
Because he came... Nah, Varane was... You know what? People need to stop rewriting history, man. Varane was a baller. Every time Man United played in Champions League, the man was a baller. He just that he played next to Paul Scholes and Roy Keane, and the tempo wasn't easy. Some players are still magnificent, but they can't get you to the tempo of the Premier League. But in Europe, the man was a baller. And tell me anything different, because I was there. I was at the Stratford end, mate.
Varane's got him a bit riled up. Manager, have we missed anyone out?
No.
I'm not going to do the Mason Green ones. I'm not going to do that because they're not part of the team. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I was going to give him a 6, but I'm going to give him a 5 because sometimes the team selection just got me, before the games, just got me like, what the hell? What the hell are you doing, Ollie? It worked once against Chelsea in the FA Cup, but then it died out. So, yeah, sometimes the team selection was questionable, so 5.
You good at 5 as well?
I love Ollie, you know me. I'm not a flip-flopper. You know what I mean? I'm always on flip.
Eddie Alpha manager now?
You know what? Flip-flop watch.
Let me just clarify. I love him as well, yeah? Before you get onto me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm 1,000,000% behind Ollie.
Give him the hello abuse. Listen, no, to me, I'm giving him a 5 as well, because the thing that scares me is he becoming a yes man? And is he favouring the old United? Give it, you know, Ashley Young, Smalling and Jones.
Rashi and all that. He's
you know what? Listen, if he got rid of Ashley Young, Smalling and Jones, I'll give him a 10, mate. But
you know what?
I can't see it, so it's gonna hurt, man. It's hurting already.
That's it, guys. United have finished 6th for the 2018-19 season. It's been an absolute travesty.
We never die, though. We'll be back, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Where do we go from here? Aaron, quickly summarise. Where do we go from here?
We just got to hope City beat Watford, because if Watford beats City in the FA Cup final, that means we're going to have to pack our bags and go to either Poland, Liechtenstein or Luxembourg to play against
FC Krakow.
To play against part-time policemen, part-time baristas.
Part-time farmers.
So let's just hope City wins, yeah? But where do we go from here? Listen, we just need to get some players in, man. Get some players in, get the deadwood out, and yeah, let Ollie have time with his team, like Nuradeen always says. Let Ollie have time with his team to get them fit first of all, and then implement his style of football, and then we can go from there.
Give us a passionate man. Give us something passionate, man. What are we going to look forward to, man?
Where
do we go from here?
What we're going to look forward to is Ashley Young Smalling and Jones starting at that back five. No, I'm joking. Listen, what we're looking forward to is that fit Man United players. We're looking forward to Ollie hanking down a style of play. We're looking forward to hopefully getting a director of football and building a recruitment team, a technical director. I don't mind that being a Fletcher. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Man United signing the best sporting director. And let's go, people. Let's restructure that club. Let's reset and let's go. We never die. Remember, die till we die, mate. Man United till we die. Get on the follows as well, man. That guy, Red Devil, get on that follows.
Yeah, man, I was just going to ask you. Socials, finally. Socials.
Get following, Rude Boys. Get following. Rude Boys, Rude Girls, Rude everybody. Let's go.
Aaron, it's been a pleasure. Socials.
Yes, man. Obviously, Mr. Aaron UTD everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. I just reached 1K on Twitter. Thank you to everyone.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Thank you to everyone for following. Thank you to you guys for always having me on your shows and stuff.
Always a pleasure, man. We support each other, man. That's what it is, man.
Definitely, man.
And on YouTube?
YouTube, Mr. Aaron UTD as well.
There you go, guys. Season has ended. Like Nuradeen said, we never die. Next season, hopefully, the recruitment can be right, the players can be brought in, and United can go back to where they belong. Challenging for titles, not top 4, not top 5. Challenging for titles, go in at teams, and you know what I mean. For me, I want to get points off the top 6. I want something to go to Old Trafford and beat one of the top 6. So sometimes that's like a little, you know what I mean, like a little victory where you can think about, and it restores the players and lifts the players. You know what I mean. The spirit's there, but yeah, man. You know what to do. Like the video. Subscribe to United Central.
Yo, let us know as well. Let us know. Maybe next time in the video, obviously during the off season, we can do the comments or things that we want to talk about. You know what? So get on there, man. Give us where are we gonna go. Give us the solutions. Give us topics to talk about, eh?
Yeah, give us topics to talk about, and then we'll be giving you videos every week, every Thursdays. And yeah, man, you know what to do. Like the video. Subscribe to United Central, and we're out, guys. Hope you enjoy your nice summer. Peace.